super headquarters in London with Ed Clancy, which of course makes me worried because it's not long before the World Championships, it's not that long before the Olympics, and here we are in a medical centre. Please tell us there's nothing wrong.
Nah, all good. Just a little fitness test today, just to see where I'm at and monitor progress.
And have you discovered that you're fit?
Yeah, very fit, fighting fit, yeah.
That's handy, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's good news.
And it's handy in what you do. Now, for those who don't know Ed Clancy, and I can't believe there's anybody who doesn't know who Ed Clancy is. He is, of course, a team pursuit gold medalist from Beijing. He's a quadruple world champion, I believe. Three times, to be honest. No, 3 times team pursuit. What about you, Omnium?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, who's counting, hey? There we go. So,
to be fair, one of those team pursuits I only rode in qualifying, so it's a bit of a funny one.
Did you get a gold though?
Well, we won, but I didn't get a medal because I only rode in qualifying. So,
okay. Dear, I've opened up a whole can of worms here now. It's not. Look, however world championships you've got, it's not been too shabby, huh?
No.
Let's agree on that, shall we? Okay, so how are we in terms of the year? What's the plan of action? If it all goes to plan, what will you be doing in London?
Well, if all goes to plan, I'll be riding team pursuit and the new event which is called the Omnium. It's almost like a pentathlon, I guess is the best way I can describe to a non-cyclist. There's 3 timed events in the Omnium and 3 bunch races. And yeah, like I said, it's almost like a pentathlon of cycling, just with one more event in it.
Well, I actually saw you win the Omnium gold. It was in Poland, wasn't it?
I actually thought it was in Copenhagen.
Was it in Copenhagen? It might have been Copenhagen. Either way, I was there.
I'll take your word for it.
Either way, I was there. And you just had a go at it, really, didn't you? I mean, you fancied yourself, but you didn't particularly think you were going to win it or anything, did you, at the time?
No, I mean, I really just went into that race with just a bit of a prey, you know. I had no training, and I don't really train a lot specifically for it now, but I do a little bit more. And yeah, to be honest, I mean, you get all your fitness from riding the road and riding the team pursuit, and it was just a case of hope for a little bit of good luck in the bunch races, and I happened to have it on the day, and yeah, that was a good memory. It was a fun one, yeah.
Now, the team pursuit, we've got a rich history, haven't we, of doing pretty well in the team pursuit, and I don't know what the final team is going to be, but you know, the likes of yourself and Greg Thomas and Peter Keno and you know, there's some youngster called Bradley Wiggins who might even still have a chance. Apparently he's got a big future.
Yeah, I think you know as much about team selection as we do, to be honest, and they only announced the team pretty close to the event. Literally they'll keep us guessing sort of 2 or 3 days to go, but I'm not sure if we're going to see Brad back. I think he's got big things on his mind with the Tour de France on the road. And,
yeah.
You know, he's got big plans there, but it'd be great if he did decide to come back. You know?
What was it like though in that London velodrome, because that's your first taste of competition in the Olympic venue, and obviously the support would have been there for you, but it would be even greater at the Olympics.
Yeah, it was noisy in there, I'll give it that, real noisy. I mean, like usually when you're riding around in the team pursuit, you can sort of hear the wind and hear your wheels and hear the sort of chain rattling away, but all you could hear was noise from the crowd, so it's a pretty intense atmosphere in there, and yeah, I'm sure the Olympics is going to be just the same, if not better, so let's bring it on.
Now listen, it's been absolutely brilliant cycling the sport, just cycling the whole exercise in this country. I mean, the last, I suppose probably since maybe Chris Boardman in the 90s, but certainly from the moment Jason Quealy won in Sydney in 2000, from then on, I mean, you guys have been picking up medals for fun, and now, you know, Bradley Wiggins has just won Paris-Nice. He's going to be looking good for the Tour de France. Cav is winning sprint stages for fun in the Tour de France, and you guys, you know, Chris Hoy could well win a 5th gold medal. What a time to be a cyclist.
Yeah, it's a good time. It seems like a bit of a snowball effect at the moment, you know. We get a few results and then it sort of brings in a bit more funding and money and interest, and then, you know, before you know it, we've got a whole wave of youngsters coming up through the sport, and we're kind of riding the crest of a wave at the moment with cycling still, and aside from the sort of sports side from it, there's a lot of people that are, you know, sort of opening up their minds to sort of riding bike for fun, you know, and commuting on bikes, and that's great, you know, it's great for cycling all around, and I mean, I'm sure with petrol prices and whatnot, and you know, the need to be green these days, I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Now that twang I can hear, I suspect comes from the People's Republic of Yorkshire, South Yorkshire to be precise. Yeah. You're a Barnsley boy.
That's right, yeah.
And how Yorkshire are you? I mean, the whole lot, Yorkshire puddings with every meal, tight with your money? No, that was just a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, definitely tight with money. Every true Yorkshireman is, but. I was born in Barnsley. I grew up in Holmfirth, Huddersfield, Denby Dale around there. So I spent the majority of my childhood there until I was sort of 17, 18 years old, and then...
Good cycling country, huh?
Oh, very good, yeah. No, we used to live in Home Firth, and if you want to go...
Home Firth, is that last of the summer wine?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's right next to a big hill called sort of Home Moss, and used to get back from school or college as it was then, and sort of head off up the hill on my bike, and now some great cycling roads around there, and I still go out there now and again, and if I've got a free day, I'll sort of drive my car out there and go for a ride down the sort of lanes. But
okay.
No, it is real good around there.
You are a motorsports fan, correct?
Yeah.
Now, tell me about this. You actually do some of it yourself, or you did,
well,
or you would if Dave Brailsford didn't know?
I've got 4 bikes in my garage at the moment, motorbikes, right. And yeah, I mean, obviously they pose dangers, but you've got to be sensible, you've got to be wit about you. And to be honest, I sort of enjoy my motorcycles off-road more than anything, trials and enduro. And
what are your bikes?
I've got a KTM enduro bike, a Honda CBR 600, a Gaslight competition trials bike, and a Suzuki SV 1000.
Fantastic, you knew that off by heart. But you also like go to watch, don't you? I mean, what motorsports do you go and watch?
Well, I'm lucky enough to have a little deal with Honda, and yeah, I like to watch the touring cars and the British superbikes. I've got nothing against Formula 1, I think it's great, and I love the spectacle and the glamour around it, but you know, with the British touring cars and the superbikes, you get some real sort of good racing, you can get real close to the action, and you know, I like to dive in and out of the pit lane and see what's going on, and you know, get up close and personal, and have a swagger around with the mechanics and ask them how things are going, and yeah, I love it. I just I'm sort of fascinated by it, and I can't wait for the Formula 1 season to kick off. So, what happens between now, March, and the summer? We've got the small mass of the World Championships, haven't you, in Melbourne. Now, how important are they? Because obviously, ultimately, what really matters for you this year is the Olympics. So, do you need to lay down a marker particularly, or is it just another stepping stone? And where does the sort of psychology come into it? Because you're going down to Australia, yeah, aren't you? And the Team Pursuit boys, you know, they beat you, yeah, in London in the World Cup. Yeah. Would it be useful to win? Yeah, it'd be useful to win. It always is, you know. We just like winning for a start, so yeah, of course we're going to go there and try and win. But the reality is, like you said, we're going to get judged solely on what happens in London. So you know, if we look at it from that point of view, we haven't thrown all our eggs into the basket of the worlds for sure. So yeah, we'll be going there to show well and, you know, give ourselves a bit more confidence. And you know, we've closed quite a big gap on the Aussies already. So you know, if we can keep them guessing for a few more months, that'll be a good result. It should be an absolutely fantastic Olympics. I bet you can't wait. I mean, Beijing was special, wasn't it? But to do it at home, and I know it may be tough, and you know they've made a point of making sure there's only one Brit now per event and everything. But still, if all things go to plan, it should be another good Olympics. Yeah, I fully expect it to be that way. You know, it's the whole of the British cycling programme for us is sort of funded and based on the Olympics. So you're only ever going to see the best performance from the GB cycling team at the Olympics, and you know, I think that's where it'll come. It's going to be hard to replicate the Beijing success, and it's easy for people to have expectations, and kind of we won pretty much everything out last time. And it's easy for people to expect us to do it again, but it's it's not quite so easy. You know, it's kind of quite a weight on your shoulders. People expecting us to come away with another Olympic gold medal. It's not quite that easy, but you know, we are doing our best, and things are well on target. We're in a better place than we were before Beijing. So you know, it's looking good, and I'm sure it'll be a good laugh, if nothing else. I'm sure it will be. Well, let's hope you'll be laughing on that podium. Yeah. All right, Ed. Best of luck. Cheers. Thank you.